Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next part of the DEI Cimmeria campaign. Unfortunately, I'm sorry about last week. I thought I had recorded a video, and apparently I had not. And that was very awkward when I found out that I'd accidentally reposted a video. But, apparently I'm just a big dum-dum, so, what. Well, with the East being secured, we are now free to take our focus and move north. To make most of our armies move north, getting ready to conquer Scythia, showing these fools how it's done. First, though, we need to get our guys in a position to replenish and recover. The Roman impersonators went through some pretty hard fights, so it'll be taking them a moment to arrive. Let's see if we can get these guys nicely positioned in such a way that they will be able to get fast into the combat. Though, admittedly, the Roman impersonators, we might not honestly want to send north. They're kind of one of our worst armies for dealing with a cav army. So, honestly, I think I'm going to send them west. Now that I think about it. There is an army of ours over here, right? Yeah, we have the Centaurs. These guys are pretty good for dealing with what we want them to do. But we might have them take out Hagar. We're not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. So, but this army is ready to go. Right now, these guys are kind of like putting down, keeping rebellions somewhat in check, at least, in Mesopotamia. I am thinking that our next big advancement, once we get a little bit of money built back into the system, I plan on conquering the north, making a navy in the Mediterranean in order to kind of help facilitate our conquest of Rome. Because if we don't have a good navy, conquering Rome will be a lot harder, I'm thinking. So on that note, let's see, where's my dry docks? I know I have a shipyard. Military wolf right here. Yeah, right here, this one. So let's start building it. We actually can't afford this turn, so we'll have to start next turn. Never mind. We're starting to send our spies out northwards in an attempt to kind of get an idea of the lay of the land, where armies might be positioned. Basically, everything we need in order to conquer the north. I think at this point we might be ready to fight a war on two fronts. I'll send one army west to to attack Rome and take it out. I'll send the rest of my armies to focus on the north. And that way they'll eventually be able to kind of join us. Especially because I know Rome is slowly making its way eastward. And Rome making its way eastward is a problem. We'll keep one army in the east for now. I want to see how it settles down. I'm hoping they'll make peace with each other soon. And that way the east gets settled. But if one of these armies ends up looking like they're going to win out, I'm going to make sure to keep an army here. Because the one that consolidates everything else will be a problem. So cultural understanding to increasing the factions, cultural influence, integration. So I'm going to go for a cultural understanding because that one seems like it's the best. Cultural integration seems like it's kind of the worst because understanding has all the benefits of cultural integration and more. Well, this one is kind of it gives you more influence of your own factions, cultural, but I like the public order problem. So let's go for syncretism. Or new political appointments. We got a population surplus in Syria. Nice. Look forward to that. Let's see. Let's try using this to upgrade some upgrades. So let's build a training field for more. No, let's build a workshop. Now we could actually get some siege in our military area over here. We've encountered a new faction, the Athenoi Tarenoi. Faction joins the war. Dalmatia against Pergamon. We got, I like that. Reduces manpower maintenance. I like it a lot. Some of our buildings are being completed, so let's go get to do that one. Looks like our fleet will have to wait a little bit as we are building things up. I like having this healer, because the growth in public order for sanitation is very nice. I was originally going to build an outpost, but I don't think I need that right now. I think I can wait on it. I think, well, growth is nice. This one also increases growth. Let's go for the outpost. For that. What does the Frenian do? It does reduce, it reduces growth, it reduces banditry. This one's kind of nice, but I'm planning on staging an army here for a long term. However, I don't think I need it. Admittedly, the garrison of the outpost is a lot worse. Let me see. I want to see the max level. First, so this is the options. Is the outpost here, and the Mega Froian. So this one will eventually reduce food. It reduces growth a lot. I'm not a big fan of that though. Reduces banditry by a lot. Gains bonus garrison morale and defense in this region. So basically, it just buffs the garrisons. I'm not sure what way exactly, but let's see. Will tell me exactly what it does? It doesn't tell me exactly what that means, but it reduces income. So I'm not a big fan of the income part, but it does make it overall it makes it easier to garrison an army in the region. This one, however, I kind of like because of the fact that it promotes growth, even if it means lower foreign population, but it's fine. I think I'm going to go for the outpost. And for this one, I want to make a grain pit. Oh wait, I can also make limited horse breeding. That one's not too bad either. Does that mean I have some access to that in this region? Or is this something they're giving me? I think it might be just something they're giving me. I'm going to go for the grain pits because I do like the idea of lowering banditry. Let's see, Bukhara looks like it's doing just fine. It's getting built up a bit. Let's see. Roman personages are actually healing now, so I'm going to continue moving. Never mind. I'm going to keep following my idea of moving them west and have them take on Rome. See who's better, the Roman impersonators or Rome. I like that idea. Probably Rome in the long term, but in terms of, stats. But I think in terms of power, they're about equal. Let's see, what is the situation politically? We haven't checked that out yet this episode. We are... The Fanograrian nobility or power is growing quite considerably. I'm not a big fan of that. However, are not in a position to purge them unless we want to start a chance of a civil war going on. Apparently I can actually declare someone heir. Honestly, we might need an heir. Because, well, actually, wait, this guy over here, whoever this guy is actually apparently pretty good. He's a general. They're both generals, it looks like. He's a Nissa. He's building up his retinue, so he might be a good heir. Apparently I cannot target him, because he's not a member of both the ruling party and of the bloodline. Apparently. So basically I would have to target one of his kids, essentially. None of my kids are old enough. I'm not even sure if any of them are male. I think that's a female, and that one's, I think, a female as well. I think that might be... I think he has one male heir, I think. It's really hard to tell when they're kids. But I'm pretty sure that's a male. That might... Athenias, that might actually be a dude. I think the hair is short enough for it to be a dude. But that one's definitely a girl. So yeah, this guy over here, I guess my brother-in-law is old enough, is having the right amount of kids. Can we adopt? I'm curious in this game. Provoke, insult, flirt, send gift. Adopt right here. But I need to, so I need more authority than target zeal. Where's authority? Authority is 10. Well, this guy's zeal is 9. 4 and 11. So basically, you could potentially adopt him. But he's from a different party, so we can't adopt someone from a different party. Okay. That's good to know. I was hoping I might be able to do it. But looks like we have to wait one final turn before we can actually go on the offensive. Reason why we're going to wait that one final... Well, actually, wait. Is this army? We could probably just start the offensive now, honestly. Just make it more fun that way. Let me kind of look around to see what the situation is. I guess there's nothing that way, so we'll start going this way. Yeah, you know what, screw it. Let's attack. Let's do it now. I like that idea. The Royal Scythians do have a navy right close to our area, which is the only reason why it makes me want to pause for a second. But honestly, I could probably handle that navy right now without any issues, so I'm just going to attack. I'm not going to call my allies for help. Wait, is Pergamon no longer my allies? No, they're defensive allies. That's why they're not getting involved. Yeah, I'm not going to call in my allies. I'm just going to attack myself. Apparently, I could all resolve this, but because it's the first battle of the war against Scythia, I'm going to fight it out. But I do not want to attack quite yet. I want to have at least some siege equipment to make use of, considering the fact that the enemy is a bit, you know, considering the fact that it is a pretty big area. They might choose to attack me, in which case, oh well. Let's take Samandar. We're going to fight this one up, because I'm curious to see how it's going to be assaulting the minor settlement garrisons here. Looks like the enemy chose to sally out on the field instead of letting us attack them in the settlement, which is probably for the best for them, because they're a lot more mobile than we are, which means by not fighting at choke points, we are better at choke points than they are, is basically what I'm trying to say. Yeah, this army's main weak expect that, honestly, the flanks aren't going to be properly held, is my only concern here. Probably should have had... The army composition here is a little bit off, I'm thinking, but there's a little bit too little too late for that problem now. These guys are very much flankers, so I don't like the idea of having them, you know, attack the ally enemy in the front. I don't think that's a very good idea. That's why I'm going to have them more on the flank, and I'm going to have to use my cav defensively to kind of counter the fact that the enemy has the... Where's the other one? I could have sworn I grouped both of you up. To kind of keep an eye out for enemy cav. I'm going to use my baggage train as usual to try and prevent as much as possible an attack from behind, at least. Put these guys in guard. I'm assuming the enemy's going to be on the aggressive. It's going to be aggressive. But if they're not going to be aggressive, then we will act accordingly. I forgot about my dogs. I'm going to follow them back a little bit. Yeah, they're cute, so cute and murderous, but cute. Let me see if the enemy's going to march against us, or if we should attack them. Looks like we're going to need to be the one who moves up, so let's, at least for now, we need to be the ones who move up. So let's get this started. No, oh, no, stop. Oh no. Let me stop. I need to apparently fix the line now. Since I accidentally caused a big problem with my formation by doing what I did. So let me fix that now. It's just one of those moments that shows my own incompetence. Okay, we're good. Okay. Okay, we're good. Let's start fast forwarding now. Having our horses walk on either side with our doggo boys walking right behind them. These guys I don't think are very good in melee at all, so we definitely want to avoid them getting involved as much as possible. So especially if we can get them unleashed on these steppe archers. But that probably will not happen. Get my cav position nice. That one's actually probably pretty good position nicely already. We might want to we're going to keep an eye on basically the red lines that are our archers. To kind of see basically when they're able to fire, we can stop essentially and let them fire. But right now we're basically kind of just moving forward in the assumption that we won't be able to reach them. But the archers can outfire pretty far, all things considered. I think the AI is also probably keep an eye on when we can actually start firing some to stop. We're going to go normal speed. Unleash the doggos over there. Looks like the war dogs will only kind of move out if I order the men to the unit to attack as well. Yeah, those guys are getting kind of beat up now. The enemy front line's looking pretty raggedy, but however, the enemy garrison has a lot of archers, which means that my Rampoa warriors are not really going to be able to get too much done. For now, at least. Pull back my general. I'm going to start investing these guys into the back line of the enemy. Oops. Looks like we won't need to like do defensively now. We'll start getting aggressive. Actually gonna get these guys pushed up against the enemy's archers to try and threaten them a little bit. It looks like the dogs did a pretty good job against the steppe horsemen. Looks like most of the dogs are still alive. However, the dogs won't be able to be called back now that they found a target. One of the weaknesses of the doggos is once they have their target, they go at it. They're kind of a single-use unit in that respect. But ideally have my own archers focus fire on the enemy archers instead of my own, who I don't want them to be. Especially the horse archers. So the horse archers are the ones who are going to run away in the event of my own cat trying to deal with them. Or at least most likely going to be able to successfully run away, I guess would be more accurate to say. Those guys are broken, so time to charge over here. Perfect job there. We can now start ordering. I'm gonna actually not even order these guys to attack. Looks like we've basically completely broken the enemy's front, infantry line. Yeah, these garrison battles will definitely be mostly determined by how much my cav can latch themselves onto a target. More than anything else, and kind of inflicting army losses. To break the cav that my own cav are unable to chase down effectively. But yeah, the infantry is going to be no problem. The infantry part's going to be no problem. I know it's going to be having to deal with the cav that are going to be the problem. By problem, I mean more effort. I'm not sure who Scythia is at war with, but we'll see. We'll kind of see, because, the enemy of our enemy is our friend. Sometimes. Sometimes the enemy of our enemy is also our enemy, in which case, it's just a problem all the way around. He's dead. Samandar is now finally ours. We could liberate it, but I want to occupy. So that way we could finally finish Siracena. I don't have the money to convert it though, so see how it goes. Scythia wasn't trading with us if I remember correctly, so you know, no point in worry about going to war with them. Let's have a trade agreement and maybe even a non-aggression pact. How about defensive war? A defensive alliance. How about you become mine? How about a military alliance? Sure, it's fine with me. We are now military allies together. Eventually we'll make them a client, we'll make them one of us.
I give you welcome. Let Zeus and all the gods smile upon our meeting, so that all may profit.
See, it looks like none of them are confederatable, I guess. So I guess they'll all have to just be client states then. Okay, that's good to know. Thought I can confederate with people, but I guess I'm wrong. For example, I thought I could confederate with other people. Let's see. Yeah, they're still very hostile to us. Only our military might and power to defeat them is what keeps them in check. Looks like Bactria's going to live. Let's see, how's the political situation over here? So, you're at war with Bactria still. You're not at war with me, but we eventually will. But you're at war with the Suebos, the Boii, and the Chati. The Suebi are at war with, like, everybody. Jeez. Yeah, I would never be able to confederate you, it looks like. Good to know. These guys are unhappy with us. But no matter. Become a client stage skin. Military alliance? Oh, defensive alliance. No? Okay. They're kind of being beat up by... They're kind of being attacked by Rome. It's hard to tell who owns some of the territories that's under attack. I don't know how far Rome is right now. It looks like Carini is still free. I think Rome controls at least territory over here. Yeah, it looks like Rome occupies over here. So yeah, Rome is probably trying to push eastward along North Africa, which means eventually Rome might be a problem on our southern border, not our western border. Though it'll eventually become a problem on our western border because we're going to eventually consume over here and go down here, in which case our western border is also going to be with Rome. So we're going to have a war on two fronts against the same target, which will be kind of interesting to see. See, this army is now going to, I'm going to unleash it. This one actually has an army in it, and this one seems to be the main territory of actually Saracena, which is interesting. I didn't know that. So taking that one will be a nice big bump. So I'm going to probably have to just end turn because there's nothing else I can do this turn. Let's see how the Scythians are going to respond to us, you know, declaring war on them and taking one of their settlements and besieging another one. I think Geropolios is their capital too. Gurfos, I think it's their capital. Pretty sure that's what that star signifies. Pretty sure Rome probably clients it at Dominium. That's why they joined the war against Pergamon. Though I could be wrong, of course. Kind of see what the situation is here. Looks like the Scythians have chosen to attack me. Bit of a mistake on their part, but nothing we won't be able to. So, let us fight the battle on the field. So this army, as you can see, is a bit of an older army. The reason why is that it still has Bosphorus cavalry, and it actually uses normal Scythian archers instead of Scythian heavy archers. Or that as the Caucasian archers, I mean. As basic Rempo warriors. But it has and also has the old Bosphorus noble cavalry instead of the newer replacements. But this and also still has Thrail Spearmen. But I think this army can still handle it, even if it is one of our weaker armies and is in need of an upgrade. Our Thracians are not going to be the best for this battle. Does it tell me where the enemy... It does not tell me where the enemy, I think, is going to come in. So, keep that in mind. The enemy initially that's going to be directly in front of me is only going to have one unit. So he is not going to be the threat. It's going to be everyone else who's with him. I'm going to keep... These two are going to be my primary groups. And then this one I'm going to have be basically the floater. Wherever I think I need him, he's going to go. Now the rest of you guys here are going to be one group. Happy, big, happy family together. I'm going to lock that group. See, where is that reinforcements coming from? Does it tell me? Doesn't seem to tell me, but it looks like the enemy is just going to try and bomb rush us with their guys. That's not really going to help them much, but it's actually now I can see it. So yeah, it's going to be on the other side, so that's no problem to me. We'll just need to kind of adjust where we're facing slightly to meet them. If they charge right into our phalanx infantry, it's going to be basically just the death of that cav. Looks like they understand that, and they're falling back to where the reinforcements are. Yeah, so we're going to start moving up to kind of follow him. For now, I still want you the floating roll, so you're going to be behind them. You guys are going to go right here. Not expecting that cav units to turn around. We can just kind of look at our men a little bit here. Look at these boys. We're all ready to go for battle. Okay, the enemy should be arriving now, so I'm going to have my guys just stay where they are now and kind of await the enemy. Move the archer slightly on the flank a little bit. So the enemy is incoming now. First we have the enemy archers coming up, the steppe archers. Then we have our steppe spearmen. Nothing too threatening, it would appear. The only thing we have to keep in mind is the fact that the enemy cav does outnumber our cav in terms of sheer volume. These archers are not as long range. Never mind, they're just fine. If I could have my own archers actually focus the enemy's horse archers, that'd actually be perfect. Because horse archers versus normal archers, usually it is not the horse archers who win that battle. I'm not worried about winning in terms of join them real fast. Okay, I let them get the jump on me. That's bad. It's bad. I'm not going to lose that battle, but it does mean I unnecessarily lost horses when I didn't have to, basically, is basically what that means. Because I lost 6, where he would have only lost 2. If I had been paying attention, that probably would have been more equalized or more in my favor. Yeah, he's lost 5, and now I've lost 6, so it makes it, equalized it a little bit, but it could have definitely gone completely in our favor. Especially considering he pulled out of the combat. Now, the melee infantry fight has begun, and I'm not worried about it going against me at all. But I think you're going to have to be careful because our Rempo warriors are not going to be able to handle being in a fight as effectively as some other units would be able to. So I'm going to have to definitely get my cav engaged in this little fight here to make it so our Rempo warriors don't get killed when they're trying to be a flanking unit. Alright, those guys are broken, so I'm going to line up my troops. I'm going to inspire and rally the troops, get them, make sure everyone's on the same page. Yeah, now change your target to that guy over there. Our general has done a great job slamming into him. I'm gonna turn him around now. Once the inspiration goes away, I will at least. I'll get these guys charged in now. We'll try and surround the enemy's cav over here. Pole warriors are getting involved here. I guess they must have got caught because I thought I was trying to send them more on a flanking path, but I guess I made a mistake somewhere. Archers are getting a little too focused on the target that I ordered them to, considering they broke and they should have gone away already. No matter. Boom, shakalaka, the enemy is broken. And the Rimpoa warriors are now free to do their job of just murderizing the steppe spearmen with their superior armor piercing and weapon damage and attack. And by concentrating a crazy amount of my archer fire into one target, it just got obliterated. And then finished off by the cav coming in from behind. Move my general around to try and assist. That unit's now going to break. Red Pole Warriors just doing too good of a job. Let me get my archers to concentrate on that one unit of spears who had made the mistake of thinking that they can handle my general. Yeah, that one's coming back, but I'll be able to kill it, no problem. Yeah, that thing, those guys are getting shot in the back, and they have no armor. Their shield value is going to be nil. I'm going to regroup you guys together now. I'm going to move up my spearmen to try and assist. I'm going to keep my Rimpoa warriors back where they're supposed to be, since I don't want to risk them getting murderized, if possible. Might as well deal with those steppe archers there. Those steppe horsemen might be able to just break free, but yeah, my spearman's gonna be able to get involved here and finish them off. We want to basically start chasing the enemy now, finish them off whatever we can at this point, because they attacked us. We didn't attack them, so we're not gonna automatically get the settlement. So now is the time to basically make sure that we are good to go. Looks like that's good enough. We lost only 370 men to their 2,000. I definitely think that's pretty dang good. Our cavalry definitely did a good job. Our archers did a great job. Our Rimpoa warriors also got a pretty good amount of kills. I like it. I like it. And our hoplites and spearmen did exactly what they needed to do, which was hold the line. Various troop types have different levels of fatigue, morale, and frontal effectiveness. Yeah, the Rimpoa warriors got more damage, I'm assuming, are the ones who got flanked. Yeah, this guy tried to attack me. He probably got away. He got away, but he's not going to be able to make an impact on this next little area here. Got to keep an eye on the Mamlak Sabas, or whatever they're called, because they are not my friends. To the point where they won't even trade with me, and I have a lot to offer them. A noble death? Do we lose our general to the battle or something? Natural causes. The Phanagorian nobility. I don't think that's us. Nope, increase in rank antagony. So it's not us, it's over here. It must be, was that one of our generals? I guess not. Consider this year in history. If you guys wish to read it, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to scroll through it real fast. It is 229 right now, BC. Let's see, so I want to build something here that helps with this public order problem we have here. So I'm thinking I'm going to go for the amphitheater. And also increase the grain pits up with the band. Well, I mean, there's no more banditry problem, but let's see. Well, Considering there's basically no army left to fight, I'm just going to auto-resolve it. All things considered. And just slaughter them. We can liberate, but I want to occupy. This is a war of conquest, not a war of liberation. I'm not sure if I want this. Not sure. I like the idea of the Emperor Maker. Let's do that. I'm going to demolish that, though, because I definitely don't want that. I'm thinking I'm going to go for the Traveler's Lodge, but we'll see. Yeah, let's go for the Traveler's Lodge. Why not? Reduce banditry, get some food, too. Looks like that's not really an army, so we don't have to worry about that at all. Samandar, we can start building up. I'm going to build a local agora. I want to... I can't afford, actually, to convert the buildings again because I don't have enough money to afford it. Apparently, I lost some income from something. Even though I've gained territory, my income's actually dropped in half. Maybe because it's winter and I have a lot of agriculture. That might honestly be why I'm running out of money right now. Even with the new lands coming in, I still have to build them up and invest in them, so that's probably also affecting things in general. Wait, the Brave Companions. I actually I marched them in the wrong direction. Oops. I wanted them north and actually send them south. So I thought they were the Roma impersonators for a second. I'm going to send these guys out just to kind of see what the edge of the maps are. Make sure that I'm not going too far out of my way. Yeah, we got blizzards in Mother Russia right now that we're dealing with. Okay. This army's good. Where's the actual Roman impersonators then? There's the Roman impersonators. Okay. Yeah, I want you to go west and get ready for a land war in Europe. Well, looks like there's nothing else we can do this turn since we're all out of money and our guys who are fighting have secured their locations. These guys are going to need a moment to replenish. These guys are going to need a moment to replenish. And quite honestly, I might want to just do this. I'm going to take this guy's army. I'm going to plop him right here. And he might be able to replenish now that he's in friendly territory. Maybe when winter's over he can. Oh, apparently one of my guys has an unassigned skill. One of my governesses. So let's go for bonus food. Why not? Reduced empire maintenance is always nice. And increased wealth from agriculture is always nice as well. It's entered. And through conquest we shall be victorious. Okay. Because we have trade with, I think it's the Iater faction, I think. We were able to kind of see what Rome was up to in the West. At least a little bit. Egypt might be wanting to go to war with me soon because they have not yet sent a spy into my territory. And I've constantly been denying them military access. So part of me is wondering, perhaps Egypt is thinking of attacking me. Which would be a mistake from them because then they'd just be squeezed from Rome and me and then I'd win. It would mean that we are immediately at war with Rome. So, but something I'm willing to do. Enemy wounded. Reds have offered their service to other parties, helping them increase their influence, which in turn makes them happier. I'm now just respected instead of admired. Secure loyalty. We really need to be able to take. We really need to deal with the Fenegrin nobility. Right now, their influence is quite high, even though they lost their previous faction heir. I'm going to gather support, increase our influence. It's going to reduce their loyalty somewhat, but I think it's something I'm willing to do to try and get back up into the admired or even the beloved area. He can assassinate somebody, apparently. Let's see. Our income still has not gone up despite the fact that we've just occupied so much territory. And it's no longer winter. Something to consider, I guess. Oops, I didn't want that. I want a grain pit. Yeah, this one shouldn't be a farming town, all things considered, because there's nothing farming going on here. I'm going to make this one to a farming town, maybe, and then this one is going to be... I need to convert my next churn over to something else. Looks like the Scythians are trying to make this one a bigger army, but we have an army on the way. We won't be able to take them out immediately. This is a pretty strong army and has a garrison backing it, so... we definitely would need some more support just to get an idea of what's going on. Looks like we found the edge of the map. I just wanted to be sure, because you never want to think that you're at the edge of the map only to find out that, the enemy actually has territory east of you, behind your lines. That would be a bit awkward, I think. So I'm going to send her this way. Yeah, support is a few turns away now that we've accidentally sent these guys off in the wrong direction. Let's see, do these guys replenish? These guys are replenishing, but the only one replenishing is very minimal. I could honestly probably just make do with assisting the attack by sending this army over here, honestly. Up to raw, honestly, if we can't afford it. The influence now is going down more and more for our opponents here. We can't afford to upgrade these ones, but I do plan on making an aqueduct here and probably a consecrated ground to start building up more love for me. What is that? What is that? I can't tell what they're doing. Can't tell what they're doing. Apparently we could auto-resolve this pretty easily with our garrison. Apparently this considers me... I would lose this battle, I'm quite sure. Apparently the game thinks we're going to win, so I'm just going to auto-resolve it. Just to get that fleet out of my territory. I don't know what the game made to think I was going to win that, but something did, apparently. I was wondering if they're doing something to, harm my trade, but I guess not. Yeah, the income... Apparently I'm not making any income for this trade route. I guess this is my import. Where's my export one? Oh, it must be this one then. Okay. So I make from trade, I make 12,000 income from all these exports. And it's a dry dock, which means I don't make more money from anything. I should probably make this into a trading one because to make more money. So this one has the docks here. I'm curious. So this dock is a marine training, requires that one. So it unlocks more weapons I could build, but increases the amount of money I make from maritime commerce even more than the trading port does. That doesn't make so much sense to me, unless I'm misreading what this says. Because the fact that this gives me 100... I guess this gives me a flat bonus, while this is a percentage bonus. But I think this would probably help quite a lot. So I think I'm gonna try getting that marine training. Where is marine training? Let's see. Oops, I clicked out of it on accident. Marine Trades Radio. Take me 2 turns to do that, and I think that's quite worthwhile. I think we're going to just do one last end turn sequence, and then we're going to probably call it there for the evening. They might even attack our army here. In which case, we'll fight it out. I think we can win if they attack. I think we can win the fight. They try and challenge us, but in case, we'll see. But we will find out. That's what risks and fun are made of. But while the entrance sequence is going on, and I'm theorizing what I'm gonna do for the next couple turns. For example, I want to turn that into a dock as soon as possible to make more money out of trade, and then reducing piracy, of course. And keep an eye on Egypt. Egypt is looking more and more like a threat to me now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, slap that like button down below. Subscribe to see more of my content. And I'll see you guys next time. Looks like we are under attack from the Scythian forces. We will start off the next episode with a bang as Scythia tries to strike back. I think we'll win. It'll be a hard battle though, and this is admittedly not one of our stronger armies. But we'll find. We'll see. Take care, guys. Have a good day, night, evening, wherever you guys may be. And I'll see you guys next time.